I feature a lot of second watches here on my channel, and today I have a really cool collaboration to show you guys. It's with a major brand, Citizen, but this watch is extremely playful. That's kind of the reason why I love second. He does a lot of playful things with some serious watches, like the Ciosa. I like when watches don't take themselves too seriously, and that's the reason why I love second collaborations. So I have one hands-on to show you guys. Let's flip the camera and take a look at second's latest collaboration with Citizen. I love second collaborations because he takes a somewhat serious watch and makes it something playful, something a little bit funny. Sometimes it's a little bit playful. Sometimes he uses nostalgia. And in this case, he obviously went Japanese with the inspiration because that minute hand is a pixelated Japanese sword, a katana. All of the indices are sliced. This is basically a cut up dial. Each one of the indices, when you look close, there's a little slash and they are cut in half and they are sort of falling to the side. So each one of the indices is really two separate sets of indices. Also, the choice of dial here is beautiful. This is a Fume dial starting at a very dark blue and going to a lighter blue towards the center, but at the same time, you're getting a sunburst dial. So it's Fume and sunburst. You have those applied indices because all of those are applied. Those little slashes are printed onto the dial. You have a traditional hour hand, you have a traditional seconds hand, but like I said, you have a katana sword for the minutes. One other little area on the outside of the watch, on the surface of the watch, that is different from the traditional Ciosa, that is the clasp. There is two slashes on the clasp. It says second right there and Citizen. So that is a little bit different, a little bit of artwork on the clasp as well. And then of course on the Caseback, there is a little note that says, being smaller has never stopped minutes from slicing hours into pieces. So that's not a saying, it's a quote from second. That's the inspiration behind this watch, slicing the hours into pieces. Obviously, that is what you're seeing on the dial. So half the Caseback is basically, well, the entire Caseback is a see-through Caseback, but half of that see-through Caseback is black and it has that quote. The other side is the movement, and the movement, it's a little bit different. It also says Citizen Watch Company on it. It is a Miyota 8 series, but it is a Citizen version. So usually they get a movement that is a little bit nicer than their standard Miyota movement. So this is a Citizen Miyota movement. I immediately noticed that it was finished slightly better, and you do get that custom rotor on it as well, which is pretty cool. So I don't know if they're going to be doing that for all of the models, but this one did get something a little bit different, which is cool. And then you have a very traditional looking Ciosa. You have a sapphire crystal with the cyclops for the date. You have the crown at the 4 o'clock. It sort of sits in the case a little bit. You have an integrated bracelet watch with a 3-link bracelet with polishing down the middle. You do get male end links. If you measure it at the case, it is around 44.8 millimeters. If you measure it at the bracelet for the lug to lug, it's around 50 millimeters. So it does wear like an integrated bracelet watch. You have a 40 millimeter case and around 11.8 millimeter thickness. That's including the sapphire crystal, screwed in Caseback, 50 meters of water resistance. On my wrist today, I have a very interesting watch. This is a Chinese watch that is a hand-finished tourbillon, hand-finished dial as well, actually a handmade dial. So this is something very special from China. It's not a cheap watch. However, you are getting a lot for your money because of the amount of work that goes into this watch, and I'll be doing a video about this very soon. And there is the second on my 7.5 inch wrist. I think it looks really cool. It's just a playful, fun watch, but at the same time, if you're looking at it from far away, you're not going to really notice the hand and the indices that are sliced on the dial. You're not going to notice all of that, so it does look like an everyday watch. So it still functions as an everyday watch, but when you look very closely, you're going to notice the little details that are going to make you smile. And I think that's the entire point of watches like these collaborations that Sekon do. Again, this is a 40 millimeter watch. I have a 7.5 inch wrist. This is 44.8 millimeters lug to lug if you measure it at the case, around 50 millimeters if you measure it at the bracelet. So at those male end links. It's at around 11.8 millimeter thickness. And there you go, there's the Lume. Obviously, unfortunately, there is no Lume on that Minute Hand. I wish there was a little bit of Lume on there so you could see the time in the dark. But I kind of get it because of the way that they have to put this dial together. With a hand like that, they can't really Lume it, I'm pretty sure, so it would be very hard to do. But other than that, I think the Lume is pretty cool because you have those indices that are all sliced in half and everything is loomed, and of course that hour hand is loomed. Unfortunately, like I said, you can't see the time though because the minute hand isn't loomed, although you could kind of see the time. You can get a rough idea of what the time is. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. This is a limited edition of 3,600 watches and it's priced at $495. That is the price that a Seiosa goes for. You're getting all this extra that they're putting into it. I think that's really cool. The fact that this is the same price as a standard Seiosa is awesome. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you going to be picking up one of these? I will put a link to this watch down in the description. I think it's really cool. I think it's already a good looking watch, obviously, when they're doing a collaboration with a watch that I already like. When Sekon does a collaboration with a brand and a watch that I already like, it's pretty easy to like because I like what he does. I like the watch. It makes sense to me. So tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel and I very much appreciate it. Anyway guys, thank you for logging on. Thank you for watching this video. I will catch you guys in the next video.